What is up, guys? It is Max from MJC Sports, and this week I'm going to be doing the recap video. Now, usually Juan is here with me. We hit all the games, but this week he is out. So it's just going to be me. So please just bear with me. It's not going to be a super long one, maybe 10, 20 minutes at the most. And we're just going to go over some storylines. But before I do, please, guys, comment down below what you think, like this video, and subscribe to the channel. It always helps. And like I always say, we are super appreciative of you guys. And we had a great weekend, not just of NFL, but sports as a whole. We got playoff baseball. We had UFC 320. Poton came back. The Chama is alive. Don't ever doubt it. And we had some great NFL games. Like I said, the Eagles lost. Now they're 4-1. The Broncos lost. They're 4-1. We have no more undefeated teams in 5 weeks, guys. I can't remember a season where it seemed like the undefeated teams were gone this early. But let's get into it, okay? Okay, let's start with the Sunday Night Football game, guys. The Bills lost a thrilling game to the Patriots, 23-20. It was a really sloppy game on both sides. There was fumbles, there was interceptions. The ball was constantly being batted around. It could have ended up in either team's hand. We had the crazy kickoff with Antonio Gibson where he got injured. It was a crazy game. There was just turnovers. The ball was constantly almost turned over. There was injuries. It was just a gritty game, and I'm really impressed by the New England Patriots to come into Buffalo. Drake May, this was his coming out game. He played excellent. And then Stephon Diggs, really big revenge game. I know there's not bad ill will between Buffalo and him, but he definitely got the last laugh. And I have to say, I was impressed by his performance, the Patriots defense kind of making Buffalo's offense look out of sorts. And like I said, just going to hammer this point, Drake May breakout season. I know we've been so obsessed with talking about like J.J. McCarthy, Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams, but man, Drake May's performance tonight, if you're a Patriots fan, I don't know how you're not just thrilled with what you've seen. You hand the Buffalo Bills, the big bat of the division, a team that's won, the last 6 years in a row, their first loss at home, bring you to 3-2, and they're 4-1. You're kind of within striking range if things kind of go awry. It's a big win for the Patriots fans. It's been dark times since Tom Brady retired, guys. We have Mike Vrabel. The ship is moving in the right direction. They might still be a year away, but the pieces are coming together, guys. The Patriots, they might not be great this year. They're going to be a pain in the ass week in and week out. I am impressed with the Patriots. And if you're a fan of the Patriots, it's like house money. To end the Bills' perfect season 4-0, give them their first loss, you have to love it. The Bills, don't take it too hard. It's one game. You still look like a juggernaut at times. Josh Allen's still the best player in football. Let's not overreact to one game. We're going to stay on the undefeated teams losing. My Philadelphia Eagles lost today to the Denver Broncos. Eagles go to 4-1. I'm going to give you my perspective on the Eagles as an Eagle fan, what I've seen, and then I'm going to give you a little bit on the Broncos. The offense. I know we've been harping on it all year. It looked really good for the first half. It was kind of like, hey, you have your scripted plays. A.J. Brown's getting the ball. Devontae Smith, you hit him for a deep shot. The pass protection looked good until Landon Dickerson got hurt, and then they kind of got going. But you can't just have the famine of the offense that was the fourth quarter. It was 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. And just bad. It was like, dude, we can't even get one first down and give the defense a break. Because our defense is good, but even great defenses, they need a little bit of a break. They need help from the offense. And for as good as the defense has been, I see a glaring weakness. It's the edge rushers. We are thin at that position. Zadarius Smith cannot come in after not being on the team week 1 and being the best pass rusher. Alex Hunt is still good, but he's very young. Nolan Smith is hurt, but you can really see the hole left by Josh Sweat. He is prevalent that he is not there, not that constant edge pressure, someone who's really above average. We have good, but Josh Sweat was great for the Eagles at times, and we miss that deeply. I'm not going to panic because we've had a really tough stretch of games, right? 5 games, 4-1. The Cowboys have looked good. We beat the Rams on arguably a fluke, but we still beat them. We beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We beat the Chiefs. We beat the Cowboys. Like I said, that's 5 really tough games, and we lose 1. 4-1 out of this stretch is really good. Obviously, there's stuff for the Eagles to work on. And for the Denver Broncos, this was a tremendous win. They were getting their butts kicked the first half, but they didn't quit. Sean Payton and the boys on offense figured out how to get points late. And we got to talk about going for 2. That was such a gutsy call. The Eagles could have won this game if they didn't go for 2 because they were in field goal range. They would have had it easily. Game tied, go to overtime. You don't know what happens. Sean Payton nuts on the table, I have to commend them for that. That was a great play. And for the Denver Broncos defense, great performance. The first half was a little rough. I know you gave up some deep shots, but the second half, they tightened the screws. They took care of business. They reminded us why they're such a dangerous team. I know they sit at 3-2. Think about the Colts game. They should be 4-1. They are a problem. Okay, Denver, you got your statement win of the year. You are headed in the right direction. Look out for the Broncos. Okay, guys. So now let's move on to Tampa Bay and Seattle. Baker Mayfield is making a very strong case for MVP. I'm not, going to throw money on him to win it or saying he's going to win it. I'm just saying they are 4-1. They have not had a blowout all year. It has been tight game, tight game, tight game, and Baker Mayfield pulling off heroics. I understand they come up with a clutch interception, but the way Baker Mayfield is playing, he's at another level right now. He is making a case for, hey, I should be a top 5 quarterback. You should mention me with the premier signal callers of today's NFL. I don't know why he gets so underlooked. I know he's had a weird career going from Cleveland to Carolina to the Rams, now to Tampa, but this team has his personality. They never die easy. They just continue to fight, and fight some more. I'm really proud if I'm a Buccaneers fan of this team. And I don't think there's a player other than Baker. Emeka Egbuka, like, oh my God, this guy is Rookie of the Year runaway right now. He is just making play after play. No Mike Evans, no problem. Emeka Egbuka. We questioned the pick. Me and Juan both were like, you already have a lot of good pass catchers and stuff. But no, Emeka Egbuka, Rookie of the Year candidate right now. He is in a clear runaway with the award. And other than Baker, there's one guy you have to just tip your hat to. It's Emeka Egbuka. To come in as a rookie and do what he's done, it's outstanding. This is a pick me and Juan didn't necessarily love. We loved the player. We were just like, I don't know why the Bucs went for him. But clearly, Jason Light saw something we didn't. He understood, hey, Chris Godwin gets injured. Mike Evans is constantly banged up. He's been awesome. He is the clear runaway for Rookie of the Year so far. And then when you go to the Seattle side of things, I mean, they have their own rookie who just keeps having moments. Torrey Horton, somebody I really liked out of Colorado State, is having moments throughout the games. But one thing I have to say, Sam Darnold's play today was excellent. I know he had the pick late in the game that kind of gave the Bucs the dub. But when he got the ball, I was like, oh, he's going to go win the game. And it was a fluke play. The ball bounced off the helmet. It wasn't like, oh, he threw into triple coverage and yeah, he got intercepted. It wasn't like that. I thought Sam Darnold was going to turn into a little bit of a pumpkin when he left the Vikings. He didn't have Jordan Addison. He didn't have Kevin O'Connell. He didn't have Justin Jefferson. But he's got Jackson Smith and Jigba. Jackson Smith and Jigba is proving to be an elite receiver, and he's making a case for best in the game right now. He's so good in the short area. He's winning on the outside. He's winning in the slot. I know Seattle's sitting at 3-2, but I'd be afraid of them if I'm the rest of the NFC. I really would. Mike McDonald has these guys playing really well. They've been in every game this year. They could easily be 4-1 right now. They are playing really good football. Okay, so now, guys, we are going to just do some rapid fire topics. We're going to go over the Thursday night football game. I just want to focus on one little thing. That 4th-and-1 play call by Sean McVay was downright bad. Now, this is the second really bad 4th down call he's went for this year. Against the Eagles, their right guard, Kevin Dotson, gets hurt on the 3rd down. So it's 4th-and-1. He calls another run play behind the backup right guard that just gets blown up and kind of just fueled the Eagles' comeback. This is the second time in the early part of the season where he's really screwed the pooch play calling. And I mean, let's not be real. He was dialing it up. He was doing an excellent job against the Niners all night. Matthew Stafford was great. I just don't understand why in 2 huge moments for his team, the best player on offense, Matthew Stafford, did not have control of the ball. And I get you're running the ball effectively, but Matthew Stafford was balling out that game. He had just made a crazy throw to Tutu Atwell to get them down there. He led them on 2 game-winning drives. If Kyren Williams doesn't fumble before regulation, they're going to win the game. He brought them back to tie it with the field goal late. And they're driving to win the game with a touchdown. And then you give it to Kyren Williams behind an O-line that's not that great on a really easy formation to sniff out. I just don't agree with you, Sean McVay. And he took, and to his credit, he took fault. He's like, it's gonna keep me up at night how bad of a play call that was. And I agree with him. It was a horrible play call. So, guys, just keep an eye out for the Rams play calling out 4th down as the year progresses. Is this going to be a thing where they just kind of dial up the wrong thing on fourth down? Or are these just two instances that are just kind of not connected? It just happened. It's weird. Even the best guys get it wrong sometimes. Just something to keep an eye out as we progress, okay? And now I want to do a little thing called fraud check. This is like an MMA thing. You know, when someone wins the belt, then they get beat, and you just kind of check somebody who's not really there. Like, we're going to talk about the Chargers, and we're going to talk about the Cardinals. The Cardinals first. They are frauds, guys. You cannot buy a single thing this team's put out. Every game they've made close because they just can't close the door. And to lose this game the way they did, it's an absolute joke. I understand they had the crazy INT that got fumbled that they kicked into the end zone and was a touchdown. But the way they don't take care of business is troublesome. Kyler Murray, any pressure around, crumbles up into a little ball. I just am tired of the Cardinals. They are a fraud. The second team is the Chargers, and I'm just saying this. I love the Chargers. They're 3-2. They came out on fire the first 3 weeks. This is a kind of fraud check, kind of just keep an eye on them. First of all, they're decimated by injuries. Joe Alt, Rashawn Slater, Omari and Hampton got banged up today. No Khalil Mack. They lost the game again. They lost to the Giants. They lose to the Commanders. This one was a little more evident. They shot themselves in the foot. So keep an eye on the Chargers. Are they going to continue to Charger as the season progresses, or are they just going to kind of figure it out? I believe they'll figure it out. Jim Harbaugh is a really good coach. Jesse Minter on defense, they're well coached. I think it's just 2 kind of rough weeks with injuries and stuff. They'll recover, but just keep an eye on the Chargers as the season progresses, okay? And guys, this is going to be the last thing I talk about. Thank you for hanging with me. I know I'm not used to doing this without Juan, and I do miss him in this instance. We're going to talk about the Panthers and Dolphins. Probably not the game you were expecting, but I just got to crap on the Dolphins because I was so prepared to crap on Bryce Young and the Panthers and say, how the hell do you get blanked 17-0 and 1/2 to the Dolphins? But you know what? To Bryce Young's credit, to the rest of the Panthers, you fought your butt off. You came back. And I'm not going to even crap on Tua Tagovailoa, Mike McDaniels in the offense. No, I'm crapping on the Dolphins defense. Before the start of the year, we put out a short, and we just got crushed by Dolphin fans, just talking crap about how we're uneducated. We don't know what we're talking about. This team is playoffs. This defense is an absolute joke. They are a catastrophe. They can't tackle. They get pushed around by the Panthers O-line. They gave up 200 yards to Rico Dowdle today. That is an absolute joke. There was more yards they left on the table. As a Dolphin fan, you have to be sick by this. You're 1-4. I don't know when Mike McDaniel is going to get fired. I think this team is going to quit pretty soon. They just don't look like they want to be out there. Tua, he played solid. But then there's those moments like I always talk about where it's just danger going to happen. Look, the Dolphins are cooked. They're 1-4. They're a bad team. The Panthers, they're showing signs of life. I'm shocked they pulled this comeback off. I know it's the Dolphins, so take it with a grain of salt. But guys, that is going to do it for this episode of MJC Sports. I know it's a short recap. We might come back later in the week, talk about a few other things. But for one, I always appreciate you guys checking in with us, whether it's a like, whether it's a comment, whether you subscribe. We are trying to build something here, and we really appreciate everyone's support in our efforts. I'm Max from MJC Sports. I'm signing off. We will catch you later in the week. Everyone have a great week. Stay safe, and see you next time. Peace.
Big dreams, everything ain't what it seems. Glittering gold both ways. Not on my team. This organic, we don't